You have this relationship where you communicate, over-communicate with each other, and you talk a lot about what's going on in your days together. Is that correct? When I hear you say that, Abuna, I'm a little bit confused because I didn't see you interact with very much. So what's going on?
We actually communicate through the cell phone and we text back.
See, I still said what I wanted, but in a very simple, adult, questioning, I am confused. I'm not saying something wrong with what you're lying to me. No, I'm saying I am. When I hear you say that, I'm a bit confused because I haven't noticed that. I know Abuna and Sherry, they communicate very well, by the way. So thank you. Okay, so I want you to turn to one another. Oh yes, please, give it up for Abuna. Yes, and Sherry. Okay, so turn to one another. You have 15 minutes to do this exercise. If you have any questions, put your hand up and I'll come to you. Turn to one another. The exercise is in your book. It's on the communication here. Do it separately and then discuss it. 3 strengths, three areas of growth, and then be ready to communicate over that, listening to one another the same way you heard me listen to Abuna. And take turns.
Yeah.
That's all good. That's all good thing. I'm communicating right.
Don't think too much. I know what you're doing. You're gonna check it. You have to choose one.
I know. Oh, wait.
It's very hard to choose one. I'm doing all of them. Oh, no. That's not good enough. Oh. Oh. 3 of you.
So let me clarify on the list there, just in case I wasn't clear on this one. Those are 9 areas in your marriage. Of those 9 areas, pick 3 of them that are what you believe are your strength areas. and 3 of them that you believe are your areas of growth, or growth areas. So it's not about picking 3 examples of each. No. It's picking 3 of the 9 and 3 of the 9. Okay?
I wouldn't eliminate the number 10. Just in case something's You can't use that one. Yeah, it's hard to answer. Just take the top 3, that's what things that are very strong, strengths are strong. So I would leave the ones you don't want. Alright, We agree on issues related to having and raising children. Do we agree on how to raise children? Oh, we're on another shoot. Yeah, like how to do things, like with family. How to make decisions, who's doing what. We agree on that. The one, you don't have to, you only choose in the top 3. So that's fine. Okay. Who's gonna go? Strength first. Me too. That's all we do. Okay, explain why. No.
There's another maybe 7 minutes, 6 minutes to go. I know I have to say this every time. When you talk to one another, when I turn you to each other, I am actually turning you to some potential trouble. Of course. Sure. Yes. I'm not afraid of trouble. We're not afraid of trouble, but we could be. Right? Now here's the thing. Listen to one another. You're not here to solve any issues. You're here to be listening to one another as a start. So if you're hearing something, let's say you always thought that communication was your strength, and your spouse says, nope, that's an area for growth. I'm sure inside of you you're going, oh, really? If you come hard on yourself, it becomes harder to change. So take it easy, don't come hard on yourselves at all. Okay, just say, okay, this is what it is. Oh wow, exploring. I never know. I thought this was a strength because this, and that. Let me hear why you think this is an area of growth. And in communicating, you may find that you're actually saying the same thing. So don't come hard on yourselves. That's what I'm asking you. Do not come hard on yourselves. Okay?
Choose one. I'll tell you my strength. Okay. First one is persuasion. Like you. Second one was because I feel like that's I would say that's right. But I think you're doing the best that you can. So I would say that too. And then the third one is science. I also have, just so you know, number 2. And I have 8. But those are not my common rates. Those are just extra ones.
Okay, we have 3 of them. Yeah, I know. I told her. She's got our story.
Sherry.
Oh, I'll take care of it.
I meant,
No, sure, she's experienced one. And only because life feels scheduled better. One is actually surprisingly number 7. Yeah. The reason is well, it says here we feel good about our relationship with relative and friends. Anytime I have an issue, it's never addressed. Just like I have to go. I can't do anything. Okay, that's good. What? Making what? I have that as a group too, but I don't. Yeah, well, I had it as a group. Number 6, you didn't read. It's probably for the same reason why I said it's good, but I would like to learn more. Comfortable. Anyway, that's not the same. Well, I took this as a but I took it as a said it's good. Just be more positive. Feel more positive.
Okay, guys. Let's check in.
Definitely. I think we have to.
Okay. So, was it easy? Was it hard? How was it trying to listen the way I asked you to listen? How, you know, just your impressions, your experience of the exercise. Okay, let's do it. Nina says it's good. Good, thank you, Nina. It's good. Yes, thank you. Someone started us to say thank you.
It was, I mean, there are difficulties, obviously, and like, so once we had one thing, somebody had the same thing.
Yes. Ah, okay. So similar to the issue I was saying, sometimes you may see it differently. And then what did you find out when you talked about that?
So, and we realized actually part of it was we just have different aspects of that one thing, and each of us focused on a different aspect.
Which made it for one a strength and for the other an area of growth. Now, did you find it caught you closer or further away when you discussed it?
I think we got closer. We understood what the other's perspective and what the whole group did.
The repeating part is so beautiful. Oh, I love it. Yes, so mechanical. Yes. Yes. You know, when I first did that 10 years ago when we started this, and people say, this is too mechanical. Oh my goodness, we failed at this. Now, we hail it as mechanical. It's mechanical. It's like Buckley's, you know? It tastes awful, but it works. Right? I don't, you have Buckley's here? No. You don't have Buckley's, they're Canadian. It tastes awful, but it works. So,
Cough syrup.
Cough syrup. It's a cough syrup.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is mechanical, but it works. Other thoughts? How was it for you? What did you discover about your partner? What did you discover about the relationship? What was hard for you? What was not so hard for you? Let me hear you.
So it was a little hard.
Dina?
Yes.
Dina.
So it was a little hard for us because, so I discovered that I was talking about something that happening right now. So I see one point that, okay, it's not our strength. But for him, he sees the strength because it's going to be. So, but for me, it hasn't actually happened or something we, you know, actually it's the opposite. We're struggling with. But the way he sees it, okay, it's going to happen in the future. So we kind of disagree because I just see, okay, that's not what's happening now, and for him,
Yes.
what's going to happen.
So it was hard for you.
Yeah.
It was hard for you because you're seeing something different than what you thought. You're looking at what it is right now, and John is looking at it in the future. John, you want to say something about this?
Well, we're talking about financial management. It just says we agree on a budget and financial management. We just had this conversation like before we came to this.
Yeah.
It's something that was, it was a kind of a build up to that point where we had a lot of stuff we need to work out. And we got to that point and we had a great discussion on it. And I saw the way we ordered things. I said, this to me is now a strength. It might not show, but the pattern is there. It's set in place for the future.
I see. So from your perspective, you felt that whatever you did up to this point was setting the process. And you feel confident that the process is going to lead you where you want to be. So you agree that you're not there yet, but that there is a process at least that is the first step towards where you want to be. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like something that needs to be in place now. Otherwise, it's be a weakness going forward.
Yes.
But because that's in place now,
It's
to me, this is now a strength. It's not something I have to worry about.
I see.
It's something that we have set.
Right. Was it helpful for you to talk about this? Was it hard? Was it?
It was hard.
It was hard. That's hard. It's hard work. You're right. Affirm one another when it's hard. So affirm one another. You know what? This is hard, but we're doing it together. This is hard, but we're doing it together. That's the strength of the relationship. And that's why, again, I go back to the matrimonial prayers where the priest says, asking the Lord to make every conflict an opportunity for bonding, an opportunity for growth. Because every time you're going through something hard and you go through it together, it actually brings you together and closer to one another. It's really good. Okay, other thoughts? Yes? Yeah, it's good. It's good. Dina.
I think it was a very good experience because he was very impressed with things I said good that he didn't expect me to say. Even though I say the opposite, the total opposite of how
Yeah.
So I think I left him.
That's the good impression. He heard you talk about things that you don't usually talk about, like your impression or the way you see how things are. Oh, so it was refreshing for him. That's what you think.
Yes. So
Okay.
I think it was a very good experience for us.
And
Yeah,
Megan, what do you think?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Like,
Yeah.
I was thinking that she's leaving me on a lot of things. However,
Yes.
I heard a completely different
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. What Megan is saying isn't Megan's only experience, by the way. Men generally, husbands feel being criticized by their wives a lot. Not that the wives mean to criticize their husbands. They don't mean that, remember? But the meaning or the intention is not what appears or what impacts the other. It's actually, the actual behavior of hers. But it was refreshing, I guess, for you to hear her say, wow, this is good.
Actually, I wanted to say one more thing.
Yes,
When
Dina.
I spoke about the weaknesses too. When I blamed myself for the weaknesses,
Yeah.
that I am supposed to be the one improving these weaknesses, I think he felt better. I was not accusing him. I was not blaming him.
It opened up the two of you to see that which you don't usually show. One more. Yes.
So my one question, so.
Greta?
Yeah.
Greta.
So we identified one that I needed is the growth, and she agrees that okay, with growth, but agrees why I think I need growth, but doesn't know how. So at that point, once you discover that with it.
Oh, you see, once a person says, okay, I agree with you, this is an area to grow in, and you're the one who identified it to start, so that's good. Miriam could ask, so Reda, what's one thing that if I were to do differently would help us move in that growth area to make it a strength? One thing. And then Reda, you have to think, okay, yeah, I think this is a growth area. Therefore, I also think there must be something that could be changed. Now, the nice thing of Miriam is she's asking, what do you think I need to do? And then you could ask the same thing to her and say, so in that area, what do you think I need to do? One thing. Not 10 things, one thing. And you can talk about this together and come up with a couple of things you both will do to work on this and see where it goes. Okay? So the solutions will be found something. 99% of the times it's between the two of you, a conversation between the two of you. Sometimes you need a counselor, sometimes you need maybe like a priest to sit with you and kind of mediate a little bit, but 99% you can inform each other unless you're trying to avoid talking about the real reasons why. And there could be reasons for that.
But what about it's just that it's a habit? It's not like a habit. It's a form of it's for parenting, for example.
Yeah.
It's not something that you're against.
Yes.
But to have that mechanism that to apply that type of parenting. That's nothing that you can talk about it, but it's sometimes the person is not wired to do that. So apply that.
Sure, the person may not be wired. Now, I don't know specifically what you're talking about, but you may both decide, how about if we take a parenting class? Do you have these classes in your communities or not? Like parenting classes? It doesn't have to be within the church. There could be Christian parenting, classes that are offered. You could decide to take a parenting class together. You could...
let me clarify. So,
yeah.
The
Please
question,
clarify, yes.
So the question is that we were discussing,
Yes.
and I don't mind sharing this, but the parenting, Rita has a great parenting style. He knows how to talk to the kids. He's so good at convincing them. My discussions are a lot shorter. We were raised yes or no. It was a clear answer.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Rita can literally have, sometimes, I kid you not, a 45 to an hour-minute conversation about why you can't buy a Disney cruise.
With
our kids, yeah.
How old?
7.
Very good.
So Rita has a great parenting style, but yet that just doesn't work for me. To me, it's just you can't do that. The answer is no. I'm not gonna have a discussion about why we can't do it. So So the question is, it's like, I agree with you that we need to like meet in the middle, that I could be more, can have a longer discussion.
Oh, sure, so what does meet in the middle mean? So I'm
So,
Reda,
I guess
and
the
I'm asking
question is,
you.
like, how do you
Reda,
do
I
this?
will play your role. So, Miriam? 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 I am Reda, but I'm still a good choice. So play nice. Okay, so Miriam, I realize that this is who you are. And I'm not about to change you. You cannot be me. You can't be me. I have this talent, and it's working for our kids. 45 minutes talking about something like that. This is where I can do that. I think maybe, and I'm not sure if that's what you think, but I think maybe if you could have a little bit of a longer conversation with our child, that would be great. Can you?
I definitely can try.
So what would that look like for me? It would be just more than yes or no. It would be maybe just spending a few minutes, couple of minutes, just discussing something a little bit further than yes and no. Do you think that's hard? Because it could be hard for you.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I think a conversation of 45 minutes is a long conversation.
Oh, yeah.
But I can spend that time doing their homework with no problem.
Nice.
If we have something that we're focusing on, if it's an activity, but just talking is not my strength.
Okay, and as you're doing the homework, can you talk a little bit further as you're doing an activity with them? Or that's also hard for
As
you?
long as it's focused on a topic that I'm comfortable with,
Okay.
I can go that, and I feel comfortable. I don't know if you told me before, like I really admire how you like sit so long with them and do their homework.
Can you do that? Can you
It's
do that
short. It's
a
definitely
long
short.
time with homework?
I haven't had that. I've been blessed not to have that.
Oh, wonderful. So then the question is, what would be one step? One step. What would be the one step for you to move from that area of growth into maybe a possible strength? That's something that Rida, you need to share with Miriam. You need to say, you know what, I realize you cannot be me, and nor should I ask for you to be me. And that's the nice thing about the two of you being married, is because you complement one another. You're bringing a different strength into this relationship. That's great. However, if you can talk a little bit more with our kids, I think that would be good for them. And a little bit more could be, while you're doing the homework, you can speak a little bit more about why we're not going to the cruise.
No buying.
Or buying.
Buying.
Okay. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, but see, there's something for Rida to do, and there's something for Miriam to do. You see that? But it doesn't matter, because that solves it for me, but not for them. What needs to happen is a conversation around what would be that one step and whether you can do it or not, or what. There needs to be some sort of a discussion on this between the two. Here. Okay. Time's up. Abuna needs to make. Anyone would like to say a final comment before Abuna makes his announcement? Good. I'm going to resume again later on, and Abuna has an important announcement to make.
Thank you, everyone. Just a few housekeeping announcements. So, if you have not taken your picture as a family, please make sure that you go to the front desk and we'll take a picture of you. Whether you're a family or not a family, we'll still take a picture of you. That's number one. Number two, I would like everyone to download an app right now called Me2. MEETOO. Please download that app right now. MEETOO. Me2.
Just one person in the couple or?
Please both. We are one fair church. Whatever applies to the husband applies to the wife. Me2. MEETOO. If you have any difficulty, let me know and I'll. Yes. So once you download it, it's going to ask you for a meeting ID. Okay? Please type the meeting ID number which I'm about to give you.
There's many.
There's two of them.
It should look like this. It's a free app. It's called Me Too. Me Too. MEETOO. Okay? Okay, and the ID number, the meeting ID number. I think most of you have downloaded the app, yes? Okay, the meeting ID number is, ready? 1, this is not bingo. 197 272 432.
Yeah, it's this.
It looks like this.
Bars going to the
It's
left.
blue and has bars going to the left or to the right. Okay? So if you go 197, yes. 197 272 432. Join. Okay? You should see something that says St. Athanasius Marriage Retreat. You guys see St. Athanasius Marriage Retreat?
I'm still trying to find where
No, MEETOO. 2 E's, 2 O's. Once you go and you get to this stage, go to that one that has the red bubble that says Ask Abuna any question. You got it so far? Now ask Abuna any question. Press the plus sign at the bottom and type any question, and everyone will see it anonymously, and they will give you a thumbs up. So far I got 10 thumbs up just for Ask Abuna anything. At the bottom there's a plus sign. Or the top.
He has an Android.
For Androids are in the bottom, the Apple from the top. Superior.
Apple's always on top.
Pride, humility.
Depends how you're looking at it.
And then press the plus sign and start adding questions, any questions. The reason I'm giving you this now is that we're going to have dinner. Think about all the questions you want to ask Abuna about any topic, okay? And it's anonymous, and I'm sure that if you have a question, there's at least 5 other couples that have the same exact question. And as you're eating, if you think about the question, type it. So by the time we're done eating, and we come here, Abuna should have at least a dozen questions that you can pick and choose from. Yes? No questions? Wow, Abuna, you've done such a great job. No questions.
So I repeat the invitation again. If during the discussion something happened that isn't too good, or you need you need to speak to me about it, by all means, I'm here. So don't leave with any resentment. These conversations, especially if you have not had them in the past, they can produce some of these negative feelings. That's some of the side effects of talking initially, but that's why Abuna's here, myself, Abuna Suriel is here, so if you need to speak to somebody, by all means do so.
So, just last couple of announcements. We're going to start dinner right now. This is going to be a break for the servants, so please, you'll have to take care of your children during dinner, okay? So, but we'll do it in stages. We'll do it in stages because there's going to be a lot of kids, and there's going to be a lot of kids running to their parents. We're meeting in the cafeteria right next door, okay? So I can please ask all the couples that don't have kids to please right now proceed. You don't have kids, so you can go ahead and eat. This is the privilege that you get for not having kids. Okay? And then we will send, Mark is standing right there. Mark is standing right there. We will take 3 couples at a time, and he will drop you off at where the kids are. And then you can take your kids and sit down. So we'll just start the three parents right next to the door, and then we'll do it in stages, just so the kids don't just all run at the same time. The rest could stay and ask questions online.
No way.
I was wondering if I could like scratch it off. Yeah, but now it's scratched off. So it's just the last day. Text her and be like, make money, no crunch. Maybe more. So she already made all this stuff. And I took credit for her. But she should do it for free. That's so funny that you noticed that combo. I had no idea.
Well, and it's funny because, you know what's funny is as I kept thinking, I wonder how Mark didn't catch that. But it's because I sent a picture of the bodies. Yeah, but I sent Mark a picture of the bags when it was made. It had a call, but I didn't know that. So it definitely had it was within the first 42. She ran out of vinyl. So there were 8 that were made separately, and the 8 that were hanging on the, yeah, that's right. So 42 are right, 8 are wrong.
Where the eight?
Okay, more couples can go now. More couples can go now to get final picks and so forth.
I'm gonna take a picture of one of them. Oh God. No, the 42 has a color progression. I know. Mary noticed it at my house. Where she saw she saw the 8 and she goes, that's how much she's supposed to have. And she went on the website. Yeah. So I just assumed all 40, all 50. But apparently it doesn't work. But the 8 don't have it. I want to take a picture of the one of them. I don't know. Big strategy guy. It's gonna make them crazy.
Comma, period. I'm like,
I'd hide the big bags for a second.
give it to the kids. Give it to the kids. No, you don't approve. You just.
I'm gonna take magic markers.
That's level of
I heard.
no problem. How do you guys find it so far?
I have a friend I figure out really well. I am.
I'm like, I'm finished online. I'm not there yet.
You're good.
Like, oh, that is.
What do you like to name it? Yes, it was not too big.
I'm excited. I'm not. I don't want to what Mark is on here.
When you see information, this is the only thing that's being used. Use your work. Doing ushers thing. That's the strategy. I don't care what comments, but you can use it forever. It's yours. It's used for anything. Anybody here can use it for anything. And then we have.
Sorry. This picture, is it with on this? Did you guys take a picture? No.
Yeah.
No, we didn't either.
Hey guys, yeah, go see. The kids, disturbance are dying. Oh my, this is here. So they the disturbance are dying.
The kids are.
Collectively.
And I think they're like.
Maria loves
Okay. So we're gonna ask Luna something real quick.
like she's not reading after being in America. Or just Spanish, I say, whatever it is. She might not, so like, yeah, one of the things that we're embarrassed is it's not Arabic, we're not telling each other, if it's not Arabic, she's because she's getting English, she's reading Arabic, and then she's meshing up the words. But that's what I'm saying. So the word itself, the word itself, so it's not
They said no kids go.